Zdravo svima. A lot of people are wondering about if learning Serbian will make them understand languages like Bosnian, Montenegrin, and Croatian. And the answer is absolutely yes. Not only that it will make it easier to understand these languages, you will be able to understand virtually everything in these languages. Because for me at least, these languages are basically just one language with different accents. Like, for example, in Spanish, we have various types of Spanish. Like, we have Spanish from Argentina or from Mexico or from Spain, but they are all the same language. And the situation is pretty similar with these languages, with Serbian, Montenegrin, Bosnian, and Croatian. Officially, they are not one language like Spanish, but the situation is, I would say, pretty similar to that of Spanish, because we can understand each other with no problem. Like, for example, with Spanish, some words may mean a different thing in Argentina or in Mexico, for example. But that doesn't make it a different language. So these Spanish speakers from different countries understand each other with no problem. If they don't understand something, if they don't understand some words or something like that, they will just ask, and people will, and the other person will explain to them what that means. So the situation is pretty similar. You will understand most of it, of whatever is being said in those languages, if you know one of these languages. In this case, for example, if you know Serbian, and if you don't know some words, you can just ask. And usually people from Serbia are somewhat exposed to these words from these languages, so they will know some differences as well. So that also makes it a bit easier to understand. So yeah, worst case scenario, you don't understand every word, but you can just ask, and yeah. So the answer is yes, you will absolutely be able to understand someone in Croatian, someone in Bosnian, someone in Montenegrin, and you will also be able to read these languages, because in Serbia we have the Latin as well as the Cyrillic alphabet. So yeah, in these languages they mostly use the Latin alphabet, so we also know the Latin alphabet in Serbia. So if you learn Serbian, if you can understand it, if you can understand the spoken language, and if you can read in Serbian in the Latin alphabet, you'll also be able to do so in these languages, because, as I said, for me it feels like the same language with some differences. Like, for example, in Spanish there are different accents and stuff. So yeah, that's about it. So yeah, that's a great thing about learning Serbian or any of these languages, because you will be able to understand not only people in Serbia, but in Bosnia, in Croatia, and in Montenegro as well. So yeah, it's a great benefit of learning one of these languages. If you're interested in learning Serbian, check out the link in the description and check out what's there. So it's a course about learning Serbian through comprehensible input. So if you're interested in that, check out the link in the description. And yeah, I hope to see you there. Vidimo se.